Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Bill Levinson, managing partner with Levinson and Associates. And with us today, we have Joseph Loughran, our marketing VP, and we also have a special guest speaker. I'm not even going to tell you the name for about 5 to 10 minutes because then you're going to start thinking ahead and trying to figure out what today's presentation is about, and I want to keep it a little surprise here. Okay, so what we're diving into today, if you saw our prior marketing emails and our website ads, we're basically going over and bringing sexy back to whole life, okay? As we know, whole life has been around a long, long time, and then came universal life, and then IUL, and the no-lapse riders, and everything else that came along with it. So what we're talking about today is a great spin on a participating whole life product. And what's so neat is me and Joe and the rest of our team here, we put together some real neat exclusive platforms that you can combine with these whole life sales that really makes for a win-win. My goal today is I hope everyone will walk away with some great new sales ideas that you could start using literally this afternoon. That's my goal for everyone on this call. So take out a pen and paper. I want you to be comfortable with what we're going over. And if you have any questions, use that question box in the bottom right corner. You can type in questions, and actually Joe will do his best to answer these on the fly. And if we don't get back to you as we're speaking on the webinar, we will make sure to answer every single question as soon as we wrap up with today's presentation. All right, so we're talking about a top A-rated mutual company, okay? Some great new sales ideas, a hybrid whole life term option that we're going to jump into. Max funding whole life with a paid up additions rider. Like I said about 3 times already, some great new marketing solutions, ideas, sales strategies, concepts, chronic illness riders, living benefits, disability benefit riders, some business planning concepts, and of course a non-medical underwriting program as well. So, you know, we have a lot of mass mutual agents, Guardian that, you know, swear by their whole life and say, you know, if it comes to whole life, I have to use this company. And, you know, the bottom line is we have a great alternative now, and wrapped up with some of these sales ideas and concepts. I think, in my own opinion, that on your next call or client meeting, whatever it is, you definitely need us to run an illustration with MTL, and I think you'll understand what we're all talking about today. So any one of our marketers can help you run quotes. If you want to dive in a little deeper with product details, we can help you with that as well. So just always know we have 20 employees now, okay? We literally have 8 marketers that are here to help you get comfortable. So always remember that. Okay, so you've seen our marketing by now. The last probably about 2 weeks now, we're talking about 203% commissions and an unlimited stream of leads and prospects to talk to. And you're probably scratching your head saying, what is this Bill guy up to now? Is there a gray area? Is there a small print? Well, the answer is no, there's not. Okay, and I want you to also know anything that we put out there, if we try to jazz it up or bring some marketing sizzle, we will never lead you down the wrong road or a gray road. Everything that we talk about is 100% factual, and we have statistics and whatever material or information to back it up. And we want you to always know if we send out an e-blast or marketing piece or webinar, whatever we're talking about, we have done our due diligence and we have made sure whatever it is that it works and our agents are comfortable. Okay, some of our lead programs years and years ago, yes, they were great in the beginning. Some of them kind of sizzled out, and then we brought on new lead vendors. Now, obviously, our hands are tied with our third-party vendors. Okay, but anything that we're going over is 100%. Always remember that in the back of your mind. All right, Joe, let's jump right in. So the 203% commission and the unlimited stream of leads, okay? That's all factual, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that, okay, after today's presentation. And we're going to dive into a little bit about Legacy Armour and what it is, and I'm going to show you how you can create this literally real-time lead stream coming in starting this afternoon or even tomorrow or Monday, whatever the case is. So Legacy Armour, okay, think of in the back of your mind, and there's no gray area, or we're not trying to sell some crazy platform that we hope does great, but we don't know what's going to happen, okay? This is a disruptor, okay? This is a big deal, an insure-tech disruptor. And the reason why, if you think in the back of your mind and say, okay, you know, how many of my clients have a safe deposit box at Bank of America or Bank United, okay, wherever they bank? And the answer is maybe half of them that they at least will even talk about with you. So this platform is a online safe deposit box. Think of it like that. This is a secure vault, okay, that is also programmed with artificial intelligence. And the way it works, I don't want to lose anyone, okay, it's very simple. You sit down with your clients and you can enroll them in the platform. And all of a sudden what that does, it creates their online safe deposit box, so to speak. And in this vault, they can keep a copy of their insurance policy, maybe some investment products that they have, maybe even some last wishes, you know, that they want to talk about, that they only want their beneficiaries to see when they pass on. It could be health information. They might have a picture of the family Christmas or Hanukkah time that they want to upload to their vault because they want to make sure when they pass on that all of their beneficiaries have access to that picture and they can download it anywhere they want. Whatever the case is, this is a complete walk-in turnkey vault that is 100% secure online. Okay, now here's the coolest part. Every time your client goes in to make a change, to add a policy, to make a beneficiary change. Maybe they want Bill Levinson, their son, to be able to view half the vault, okay? Maybe just their life insurance policy and their annuity information, but not all the pictures and last wishes, whatever it is, they can go in and change that at any time. And when they go in and change that information, you as the agent are notified. Okay, look at, that's an example of the vault. Okay, and those are 4 different vaults that your client has access to. In the top right corner, it has your name as the agent, and it says plan provided by, let's say, Bill Levinson with his phone number and his company name. And then there's even a button that says contact advisor that goes right to you. And every time their beneficiary goes in or there's a change made, you get an email, okay, that says, hey, in this case, Jeff added a new beneficiary. Maybe little Johnny turned 18. Well, you're notified of that, so then you can pick up the phone and say, hey, I saw that there was a change made, and I want to see, is there any additional coverage that is needed? Okay, there's so many ideas behind this, okay? And another value add, think about this for a minute. The online safe deposit box, that's one way to look at it. The second part of this is every client gets full access to an estate planning marketing library, okay, that has information about the last will testament, trust information, power of attorneys, and even a health directive vault. So what that means, if they want to put in some personal health information is, hey, or maybe, hey, I want to be cremated, or I want to donate organs, or whatever the case is, all of this information is in their vault, and they can assign whatever beneficiaries they want to have access. So when they pass on, their beneficiaries are notified and they have access to everything. Okay, even if, now when I was talking about that AI earlier, artificial intelligence, what happens is this system, let's say, for example, I, Bill Levinson, have the vault set up, everything is inputted, everything's fine, and my beneficiaries that I assign, let's say something happens to me and 2 of the beneficiaries at the same time, and the 3rd beneficiary doesn't have full access. Well, this system actually knows, and it does what they call a ping to all social media, online public database through the government, and it knows that Bill Levinson has passed on to, and it notifies automatically that third beneficiary that was in line and gives them access to every single thing that you want them to have access to. So this is very, very cool. And you're probably thinking in the back of your mind, this has got to be a fortune. Who's paying for this? Whatever the case is. Well, I'm going to show you how that works in a second. But right before I do that, the one last tool is every client that's enrolled gets a health card with a barcode. Okay, this health card's like a credit card. It gets mailed to them, and on this credit card that has their information, picture of them, it also says plan provided by you, the agent. So everywhere they go, they're reminded that you, the agent, enrolled them in this program, okay, which is also great for referrals and annual policy reviews. With this card, it's like an emergency card. They have it on them at all times. God forbid they get into a car accident, okay? Let's say the paramedic or maybe their son or daughter or grandkids, whatever it is, they can scan that card. There's a barcode, and it takes them directly to that health directive in their vault to give them all of the information needed. So this is really, really cool stuff. It's very high tech, but very black and white and easy to use. So here's the best part. I'm going to show you the way this works with the commissions and the endless stream of leads in just a second. Let's move to the next slide real quick. So this is the real black and white and the guts of the platform. And I want everyone to understand this 100%. Okay, there's no gray area, and I want to make that very clear. So the way it works, as a Levinson agent, you have full access to the platform. It's a co-op, okay, where we pay a portion of every single client that's enrolled in the platform. If you're a Levinson agent, this is free. So you can enroll today for free. You have your own platform with your picture, logo, phone number, everything's built in, okay? And now you're set as the advisor for any clients that get enrolled. There's also a built-in quoting engine, where if the client wants to buy more insurance, they can click, run a quote, and then you, the agent, are notified, all built in to your free to register platform. Okay. Now, if you want to start offering this today, you enroll for free, and then as soon as you have a client, and we have a bunch of marketing and videos and all kinds of great stuff. So you have a few different options. Look at the top left corner. Okay, option number one is every time you enroll a client, they have to pay $50 annually. Okay, that is less than the price of a Starbucks cup of coffee every month. And they have this full online vault that is just for them. Okay, option two, and this is totally up to you, the agent, option two is $150 per year. Okay, now, if your client enrolls in option two, you get a check back for $100 for selling the platform, and another $75 every year after. Okay, now think about, you're talking about an annuity or a renewal stream for yourself. Think about that for a minute, okay? $100 up front, you get $75 every year. This is for every client that you enroll, okay? Option three, when I spoke about an unlimited stream of leads, think about this for a minute. If you're a health insurance agent, PNC, life, whatever the case is, you pay $185 a month, you the agent, and you get unlimited access. You can enroll as many clients that you can for free, okay? They never pay again. You pay $185 a month, and you can enroll as many clients as you can for free forever. They never have to pay again, okay? So think about this for a minute. All you have to do as an agent, think about a webinars, seminars to set up online meetings or face-to-face meetings. I would tell every single person that I know, hey, call me or email me, and I'm going to set up your free Legacy Vault platform. You never have to pay again. And they're going to say, well, how is this for free? Well, it's free just by you meeting with me, okay? Then what you do, in order for them to get free access to the platform in their own vault, okay, there's no gray area, it's 100% free, okay, in order for them to get set up for nothing, they have to make an appointment with you because you have to sit down with them and go over the platform to input all of their information and their beneficiary information and their policy information, which brings up the need, hey, do you have life insurance? So we can put it inside your free vault, okay? Hopefully a life insurance sale is made. Then you enroll up to 6 beneficiaries into the vault, let's say that client's beneficiaries. Now all of a sudden you say, wait a minute, does Johnny and Shelley and Susie have life insurance? Maybe I need to enroll them in a free vault. Now you get another meeting with the beneficiaries and their friends and their referrals, and this goes on and on and on. So the opportunity here is mind-boggling to me. I wish I had something like this when I was an agent before I became an IMO with Carrie. Okay, think about this for a minute. You talk about lead generation. You can enroll every single person that you know at the gym, at the basketball game, at your cigar club, at your networking event, anywhere you go. Enroll someone. The only caveat is they have to sit down with you for 5 minutes so you can input them and their info into their own vault and set them up correctly, which gives you the opportunity to make the sale and get more referrals. This goes on and on and on. This is a quick example, okay, of what, let's say you, the agent, you're sitting down with your client. You can input up to 6 beneficiaries. Look at the bottom there, okay? That's actually 5 listed. It asks for their name, email, phone number, and then you can edit anything you want. But think about this. You're sitting down with a client. Every time you list a beneficiary, oh, by the way, does Papa Bear have life insurance? Okay. Oh, do you mind maybe letting them know I'm going to be calling them to enroll them in their own legacy vault documentary or doc, right? Think about this for a minute. Let them know that I'm going to be calling them so they can get their own legacy Armour vault set up for free. And now you have a new meeting and a new opportunity to sell more insurance or investment products or whatever the case is. It just goes on and on and on, okay? And I'm sure you, being in the retail space, we're in the wholesale space, you can think about so many more avenues. So as long as you're paying the $185 every month, you can sign up millions and millions of prospects every day. Literally, it's unlimited. Okay, let's move forward. And by the way, every time you sign up one of those clients, again, they see your name in the top right corner, your picture, your company name, phone number for the rest of their life. Okay, you think about annual policy reviews. Okay, you can say, hey, I want to sit down and go over your legacy Armour vault with you to make sure everything's still current and up to date, and then ask for more referrals so you can give out your legacy vault to more of their friends and family members. So it goes on and on and on. Now, this is a quick example. If you wanted to give this out to someone for free, if you're in the unlimited program, okay, you sit down with them, make the appointment, bring out your laptop. You can even do it from a smartphone. And all you do, look at step 1 on the top of the slide there. You input their information, name, email, and then it tells you there's a progress bar, the last login, it's valid until, and then step number 2 on the bottom is the client is sent an automated email. Number 3, the client clicks their link and they can access their own online legacy Armour vault. And you can literally show them how to get set up and do it with them every step of the way, which now gives you the access and the information that you need to make more sales. So anyway, I can talk about this for an hour, which is exactly what we're going to do October 10th. But I wanted to just give everyone an example of how you can take advantage of these unlimited leads. Even if you say, hey, you know what, I'm not paying the $185 a month. I'm just going to enroll for free as an agent, which all Levinson agents can do. And you can just literally enroll the client and then have them pay the $50 a year, which is $4 and change. And it literally is the price of a cup of coffee every month. So I think we can all realize and show the client how much value and how important this is to build and protect their legacy. Okay, let's move forward, Joe. I want to go to the next part of this real quick. And you're, again, part 2, scratching your head. Well, Bill, this is great. How do we get 203% commission? I'm going to show you exactly how. So with Mutual Trust Life, whole life product called the Horizon Value. Okay, what we did here, we ran an example whole life illustration. Annual premium was $1,146.25. You can read it on the third line down. The street level commission, the average commission is $802.37. Well, you also enrolled the client into the Legacy Armour platform because you showed them the quick 2-minute video and they said, oh my gosh, I need to put a copy of my life insurance policy here to make sure that if I pass on, my beneficiaries have access. So they say, wow, this is great. They see the value here, okay? So let's say you picked option 2, which is the client pays $150 a year for the Legacy Armour platform, okay? So you have your street level commission at $802. Then they pick option 2 for Legacy Armour. They get, or you get, you being the agent, you get a check for $100 cash, year 1. Year 2 to 20, you get another $75 a year, totaling, look at the bottom there, $1,525, not including the commission you got from the whole life sale. Okay, now take the $1,525, add in the $802 from the commission on the whole life sale. You have a total commission number of $2,327, which equals 203% commission, plus the renewals that you get from Mutual Trust Life. Okay, do you think you can do this? And the coolest part, there's nothing else like this because it's exclusive to Levinson. We have the exclusive distribution rights with Legacy Armour for the independent brokerage world. Okay? So if you have downline agents, you should be talking about the same exact thing. They should all be doing this. So the only caveat, the only thing is they must be a Levinson agent, contracted with at least one carrier. That's it. There's no charge, no nothing. Okay, let's move forward here, Joe. I know I get a little excited and I start ranting about this because there's so much value here and I've never, ever seen anything like this. Okay, we're going to dive into our feature presentation today with one of my favorite whole life companies, Mutual Trust Life. We have our VP Mark here to join us and dive in, sit back, relax, and enjoy this presentation. Mark, you there?
Yes, I am here. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
And if I may add, we can even do better than 203 because one of the things we offer are some of the most competitive renewal commissions out there in the industry. So if 203 is good, it's actually going to be better.
Yep,
but what I want to do is talk to you a minute about who we are. For those of you who don't know Mutual Trust, like the ability to tell you a little bit about our story, talk about our products, and one of the things as a company we aren't is a company that shoves a product in your lap and says, go get them, Tiger. We create products, we design products for a purpose, for a market, for a space, for an intent, and we take pride, we take joy in working with you to identify, do you have a client that looks like this? Here's how you can help them. We'll run through just briefly, touch on the portfolio and where those hot spots are. And lastly, let off the call with talk about a system that will change your practice, will redefine your practice, will augment your practice. It will be whatever you want it to be. It is the best selling concept, selling system that we've seen out there. We'll talk about how you can take part in that. In 2015, at the end of 2015, Mutual Trust merged with Pan American Life Insurance Company. Mutual Trust is the domestic individual life insurance division within the entity, representing a solid quarter of the sales, carrying our weight. They're pleased with our activity. From a standpoint, I don't compete with anybody on the Pan American side. From a from a merger standpoint, it's a true merger. They didn't have a domestic presence. We're the domestic presence. What we get from them as a big brother with deep pockets, giving us the capital and all the runway we need to grow our business. We're an entity that has $6 billion in assets. I think we're approaching now $1.3 billion in capital and surplus and growing. Rated A by AM Best, A by Fitch. But one of the benefits at Mutual Trust is AM Best had they've got a bias against smaller companies. We were never going to be anything better than A-, although we had the financials to support it. The merger gave us that. As a result of the merger, some of the great things and the great story that we're able to share is in 2016, we were one of the only companies, we've never heard anybody else who say they did this, increased our dividend scale despite the economy we were in. We maintained the dividend scale in 2017, 18, and it appears we're going to be, but everybody keeps that secret for a couple more months yet. So stay tuned. But I don't expect any significant changes there. As a result of the merger, we were able to rely on their internal investment operations, which provides results better than what you see in the industry. Top couple, 3 or 4, depending on how big and who you all want to include in the poll. But the merger allowed us to increase our new money yield by 150 basis points. Really simply, more money on our investments. Guess what that means? More dividends. We introduced 2 significantly improved products as a result of the merger, Horizon Value and Horizon Guarantee, and we'll talk about those in a second. The merger allowed us to increase our sales by 16% in 16, 22% in 17, another 14% in 18, maintaining our dividend scales, and this year we've introduced another product. We market ourselves as the whole life company. You can see some of our products there. We're tagging the line Horizon in our product names. We've got Horizon Value. That's our core whole life product. Horizon Guarantee, Rookie of the Year. Horizon Blend, a nice blended product. And Legacy One, although in about 8 days we'll have Horizon Legacy. Where we see fits for our products, starting with Horizon Value, again, our core product, 83% of our sales are with this product. It is a product featuring a chassis consistent with what we've been offering and defining who we are as a company. And that is a company that features the best early guaranteed cash values in the market. We'll stand up against anybody in almost any circumstances, and I'm going to be proud of what it looks like. We don't know what year 10 looks like for your client, but what we know is, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, in 5 years, this is what you're going to have. Does this work for you? And if we think about solutions featuring liquidity, access, and control in the early years, knowing that they have this access to cash, that's important. We've got strong long-term cash value accumulation, and as I mentioned, liquidity, access, and control. It's our mantra. It's defined us. It's made us a player in a space I'll talk about in a minute. That's the infinite banking, or that's the debt elimination space. We've added some flexibility in our face amounts and acquiring a preferred rating to make it easier to build that perfect solution for your client. And again, if it doesn't work, when it works for your client, we want it to work for you. We've got strong first-year and renewal commissions. Where whole life is marketed is any cash accumulation scenario. With the different riders we have, we can construct anything we want. Have you ever heard of a single pay non-MEC policy, single pay MEC policy? Have you ever heard of a single pay that pays a renewal commissions? These are all things we can do with this policy. You've heard of the infinite banking concept, the idea of creating a place where you've got access to capital, where you can go use it without having to ask permission, repay it based on your desires, not on anybody else's, and grow it at the same time. Robert Kiyosaki wrote, "It's not how hard, it's not how much money you make. It's how much money you keep and how hard it works for you." The infinite banking concept is a perfect illustration example of how one can incorporate that into what they're doing. Mention here a top selling system solution, and that is a system that is proven to be single-handedly the easiest to incorporate in your practice, the best to recruit to. If you want to grow what you're doing, there's nothing better. The success we see with this is unmatched, and that is that debt elimination program. Mr. and Mrs. Client, are you 100% sure of your retirement, or do you have some doubts? If I could show you how to get out of debt in 9.5 years or less without doing anything different than you're currently doing right now, is that something you'd like to hear? Is that something we can talk about? The answer is going to be yes. And the best part is you don't need a lead service, because if you look around, walk around the rest of the day and look around, 95% of the people you see are potential clients. They're people who are lost in the debt picture, never going to get out of it and don't know how. Again, keying back to Robert Kiyosaki's, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. If I can eliminate what I'm paying elsewhere, do I need to make more money? Not necessarily. I can find the retirement I want by capturing some of those money, some of those dollars that I was paying somewhere else. Again, Horizon, I'll come back to this in a minute. Horizon Valley is a perfect college and retirement funding option. And of course, business protection succession plans. Buy-sells. How many buy-sells are done with term because it's easy? How many business owners do you know would be really intrigued with the idea of having an asset that they can put on their balance sheet that also protects them? The answer is probably many. Horizon Guarantee was a product that we fit in to provide a maximum long-term guaranteed death benefit for a lower guaranteed premium. One of the things we found was having a product that's so flexible also means it's always not the best in all markets. And one of the areas we found Horizon Value wasn't as competitive as we'd like is the older ages. More mature ages, let me put it that way. I'm 53. I hate to keep throwing myself in that category. That over age 50, that Horizon Value wasn't the perfect play for the client looking for that guaranteed death benefit. So we've got Horizon Guarantee. For myself, I'll use as a case example. I bought a Horizon Guarantee a year ago. What it offered me for the same premium I targeted age 70, sort of randomly, sort of intentionally, but at age 70, this is a product that gives me 21% more death benefit, and for the same premium as I could have gotten Horizon Value, I'm only losing 11% cash value on that. And that's strong to me because it was cash value and it was a death benefit play for me. So this is a great option. The guaranteed cash values are impactful yet in the short term. In year 3, your guaranteed cash value is going to grow substantially close to what that base premium is. So I don't feel like I'm paying a premium anymore because everything I put in there I have access to if I need it. For savings concept. We built the product to slope the cash values and dividends to later year. More emphasis back there. Why? Because needs change. And when those needs change, will this product accommodate your client? And the answer is yes. We've got the cash value. We've got the dividend later to eliminate future premiums, adjust their benefits, and so forth. And with the same commissions as we feature on all our whole life products, the motivation for you to take a look at it. Where does it fit? This was our first alternative in the GUL space. If you'd like to have a conversation with your clients about the difference between value over cost, this is the perfect product. Think about the things we buy. We spend a little bit of money, a little bit extra than we have to every day for almost everything we buy. Why? There's a value we place in our decision. Sometimes it might be just convenience, but for the most part, think simply of your car. What do you drive? Could you get something cheaper that would get you from A to B? Yes, but you don't, and that's okay. I don't either. This is a product that you can show your client, hey, there's 2 ways we can go after this. We've got the GUL, but we've got this product too. It's a product that allows you to maximize your premium for the most protection. still giving your client that premium flexibility. And not intentional. One of the things we found is this is a product that seems to resonate with some millennials, especially millennial business owners who like the idea of protection. They want it. They get it. They've seen what their parents have gone through. And that element of forced savings, that cash value accumulation that they are going to target later on a guaranteed basis, it works. Legacy solution for clients with RMDs. What are you going to do with that RMD? You don't need it? Let's turn that into a premium and give you an extra X amount of dollars to leave for your spouse, to leave for your kids, to leave for your church, charity, whatever you want. And again, as I mentioned, for the mature audiences, this is a great product. Legacy One, our true single premium product. We're about to call it Horizon Legacy. Funny thing is everything I say about it, the product in here is going to be better. We hadn't touched the product from a pricing standpoint, and when we took a look at what the 2017 CSO table was going to do to it, we found out it's actually going to make it better across the board. Better guaranteed cash values, better guaranteed dividends, better non-guaranteed cash values, and better guaranteed cash values and death benefit, and better non-guaranteed cash values and better non-guaranteed death benefit. So because we hadn't touched it so long, the CSO table had very little impact. One of the good things about Mutual Trust too is we've only got one, after we introduce Horizon Legacy, we've got one last product to go. It's been filed, we're approved, we're in great shape. There are companies out there who have waited so long, they're just starting their filing process. At beginning January 1, every product has to be a 2017 CSO product. We're there. We've got what we need. Essentially outside of California, and they're always slow, but they'll get there. We've got what we need for a full portfolio. That single premium option is perfect for smart money solutions. You've got that client with that annuity, what looks like an annuity sale, but you can't get them to budge. Figure out that they actually don't need income off of it. It's a transfer asset. Go to a bank, ask them for all their annuities that are marked payable on transfer, transferable at death. They'll be happy to turn over those names to you because they don't want that money anymore. Those clients are basically screaming, we don't need this income, we're going to leave it behind. What if we can show them how to move it into another financial institution where they can provide a benefit to their heirs far greater than what they can currently do? They provide some protection for the what if, and the what if is that health emergency later on through the use of our chronic illness riders and accelerated death benefit riders. They've got all the liquidity, access, and control. And with our new Horizon Legacy, what we're finding out, they've got return of premium on their policy in year 2. Where's the risk on that? You're given a little bit of access in year 1. Is it worth it that you just leveraged the $100,000 to be a $232,000 benefit tax-free for your kids? Absolutely. Legacy building, final expenses, and smart money, of course, are other solutions for your single premium. Our riders are important, and they come into play in what we're going to talk about next, and it is that debt elimination. I mentioned we've got the living benefits. We've got waiver of premium. Mr. and Mrs. Client, let me ask you this. If we're talking about a retirement income, let me ask you how much of your retirement income is guaranteed? Well, yes, we're talking about the guarantees in a whole life policy, but I'm also talking about a waiver of premium. What product, what financial instrument out there guarantees the accumulation will keep occurring should you become disabled? The answer is none. The answer is one, actually, and that's a whole life policy. And at Mutual Trust, we can one-up that. When we're talking about a solution where we're minimizing a death benefit and we're maximizing the cash value accumulation, we do so with the use of a paid-up addition rider. That's like instant cash value, right? What if we can protect both the policy and the cash accumulation, that contribution? We've got the waiver of premium that covers the base policy, and a waiver of premium means we pay it. Mutual Trust writes a check, or probably we do it electronically now. It's the 21st century. We transfer money into that client's account. So those guaranteed cash values that they saw that were going to occur when they bought the policy still occur. We're not just eliminating a deduction of a cost of insurance expense. No, we're paying the premium. So they've got guaranteed cash value growth. And when it comes to the paid up addition rider, we'll insure that too, up to $15,000 per year. And as long as they're making the minimum payment, we'll pay whatever they insured. So we'll pay the premium and we'll contribute up to $15,000 a year if that client becomes disabled. How important is that? If they're accumulating that money to send a son or daughter to school, they can still send their daughter to school and use that money to do so. If that was part of their retirement, they're still going to have something there. If they need to use it to supplement their disability income, they can do that too. So important. GPO, standard, you get that? And our paid up addition riders are best. Lowest cost in the industry, we got a single we use for lump sums or 1035 exchanges. We've got the flexible premium paid up addition rider. It is the excess premium. If you work in the IUL space, what's great about excess premium, you don't have to do it. What's great about the flexible premium, you don't have to do it except for there is a $100 minimum contribution to the rider that you have to pay so you keep it. And by keep it means it's open. You don't have to go through underwriting again or fill out paperwork to do it. You've got the flexibility to go from the minimum to the maximum that you were underwritten for in the first year, and that adds to your cash value. Now, where I want to finish today then is coming back to that concept. How would you like to increase your sales, change your focus with a system giving you the ability to go and talk to anybody you want? It is something that we've seen works. It is a concept that was introduced, created by who is our number one agency and has made it available and marketable. And Levinson Associates is your place to take a look at this. It is a full system, turnkey system. Excuse me, I need to find my last slide. It's a full turnkey program. You're given the script, you're given the proof, you're given a software system that will back up what you need. If you're a concept person, you're going to have what you want. If you're a numbers person, it's got that too. And the best part is it's mutual trust compliant. We have taken this, we have scrubbed it, we've pulled it apart, and it's awesome. And personally, what I like about it, how many concepts work on the best case scenario? How many things have you seen are, hey, this is what you could have? What I like about this is what you're going to have. And oh, by the way, I've put in a mistake feature for you because you're probably going to mess this up and need more money, or you're going to have an emergency, or you're going to decide you want to go on a trip that you really shouldn't go on. But we're going to put something in place where you've got the money to do that. You've got the money to handle it. It's based off of the guarantees, not on the right side. It's based off the left side. And to me, that's the best. They've got a 10-year track record of results. And the best thing is they didn't just create it and slap it out to the industry and say, here, this is great, come use it. No, they built their practice on this. They've ironed it out. There was a much rougher version of it in the past, and what you see today is fantastic. It is an incredible way to generate more business. I see agents, successful top-of-the-table agents, who have adopted this into their practice, knowing that they don't need to. They're successful. They know how to talk to clients. They know how to position permanent life insurance, whole life insurance. But why do they use this? It's a great way to generate more leads, get to another market where you might meet with a client and say, yeah, there's nothing there for me. You can turn that nothing into something. It'll put you in front of more clients. Take your existing database. I just learned about this awesome new thing. I'd like to talk to you about it. How would you like to get out of debt in 9.5 years or less? Let's take a look at what you have. You've got that immediate income because it is successful. You will make these you will book these appointments, and you don't need a lead list. Again, if you've got the ability to ask 2 questions, you'll find the success. Average agent finds 5 to 10 immediate sales with existing client base. So if this is something that interests you, a program built on the foundation of the guarantees in a whole life product with a sales track that you can run on, If you want to sell more life insurance, this is great for you. If you want to increase your revenue, this is great for you. If you're looking for a different path, if you're looking for a rewarding way to talk to a client every day, this is it. Infinite banking, we've been around it forever. We're good at it because of the products, because of our willingness to accept and embrace and understand that kind of business. This is better. Why? Because it gives you the ability to point to a problem that your client has, debt, and it gives you the solution. Every sale is easier when the client understands that they have a problem, you have a solution, here's how it gets worked. So not only do you identify their problem, which they probably already understand, you show the solution. You show them how to match those two up. You're in a win-win situation. If you've got questions on this, want to learn more, there's a few steps you have to do. The first one, contact the team at Levinson Associates. They're going to be happy to talk to you about what you need to do next. I appreciate the opportunity today. I look forward to talking to you again in the future. And have an awesome rest of the day, rest of the week, and we'll talk to you soon.
Great job, Mark. Thank you. So, yeah, that last piece there, that marketing concept, is available to agents appointed with MTL, Mutual Trust Life, under Levinson. And obviously, that was just the 100-foot overview to give you a little taste. But call one of our marketers. We can dive in a little further and show you some examples. We didn't have time to go into the whole platform, but it's really, really cool stuff, exclusive through MTL. So real neat way to sell whole life product. Okay, so we're going to do a giveaway in about 8 more minutes here. I'm going to save that for last. We have about 4 or 5 slides left. Me and Joe are going to move through this pretty quickly here. And then, like I said, a nice little incentive at the end. I try to do this on every webinar that we have. Joe will take the wheel and show everyone how to get started and the future training and new additions to everyone at Levinson. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So real quick, I wanted to show everybody how to access all the material. Of course, you'll receive an email this afternoon with links to actually access everything. Give me 1 second here. We're having a little audio issue there. Okay,
we're good.
We'll send that email out with all the links so everyone can access it in real time, and you can start to learn about all the products and riders, some really neat features that Mark had touched on I think are very, very important, especially if you're in a competitive scenario. So also accessing the marketing tab, click on product info and brochures, and you can view those right on the website. Like Bill mentioned, some great upcoming training events. Our agency automator platform, we train every single day at 2 p.m. Eastern. You'll see the schedule here. You can actually access that right on the agency automator platform, or go to levinsonassociates.com and join the webinar just like you are today. Towards the bottom there, next week on the 2nd at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're having a Sell While You Sleep platform overview. That is the platform that we just relaunched that gives you your own agent website that allows clients to run quotes, complete applications, apply for coverage without ever having to talk to an agent. So we've expanded that portfolio of products for life insurance, disability, critical illness, accident, cancer products, and that legacy Armour platform is also included on that platform. So you definitely do not want to miss that webinar. At the bottom there on 10/10 at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're diving into the legacy Armour platform, kind of a more in-depth dive onto how to actually add clients, what the clients are going to see, and then how to generate additional leads. I know Bill touched on it today. We're going to really spend and devote an entire webinar on why that platform is so important, how to plant the seed, and even how to do some social media marketing for your clients to really get that product in front of prospects and people that need to be using it. Some local training events on the 3rd of October. We have a DI sales breakfast meeting down here in South Florida in Boca Raton. That is on 10/3. Co-hosted by Illinois Mutual. In today's email, you'll receive the link so you can go ahead and register for that. Another South Florida training event, which is actually a lunch meeting on October 22nd, co-hosted by One America. They've got an awesome hybrid product, life annuity type concepts that have living benefits built in for long-term care triggers. So at the bottom there, November 12th, we're having another great meeting, a breakfast sales meeting co-hosted by Banner Life. We're going to talk about top term life sales marketing ideas. Banner just came out with some awesome term products that, believe it or not, have a 40-year term that's available. So you can do some pretty creative case design with those type of products. We're going to be diving into that into the meeting. You can RSVP, and we're also live streaming these events. So if you're not a fan of our Facebook page, definitely subscribe today, and you'll be able to get those live updates and watch that meeting live, even if you're not in South Florida. So great events to stay tuned for.
Okay, good stuff, Joe, and thank you for that. So, as you can see, we're always up to something here. In fact, last Friday, we sent out a email blast to all of our agents, and one of the agents replied at like literally close to midnight on Friday night. And he's like, Bill, nothing surprises me with what you guys are doing. It's like you just don't sleep. And, the bottom line is, the way we look at it is we have to go out there and be proactive and find, great marketing programs or lead generators or new carriers that have nice turnkey platforms that our agents can use to grow their business. Okay. At the end of the day, there's no free lunch in this business. And, unfortunately, you see, all of these, especially now in social media, all of these ads and agents saying, hey, I have the best final expense leads. We give them out for free. Come set an appointment up with me and I'll show you the way, and, all this stuff. And we hear about these broken promises. We hear about these agents that get appointed in these MLM hierarchies where they're 10, 15, 20 levels under the GA, and their commissions are getting reduced by, 50%, 80%, and they can't get a release when they figure this out, and it's crazy. We hear about this more and more now. So my point is, I'm not saying you have to do every piece of business with us, but ask the right questions. If you're going with an agency, for one contract, or they're promising you leads, do your due diligence, ask the right questions, get something in writing that says if you don't like the leads or the platform that you can be released at any time, okay? And if they don't want to give that to you, that's your first sign right there. But I can promise you, I've been doing this for over 20 years now. There's no free lead, okay? In fact, we're doing a big campaign, and it's called The Cost of a Free Lead. And then we actually explain all of the ins and outs and how there's no free lead. And then we show all of our agents all of the platforms that we put together that can help you generate your own free lead. So that's going to be pretty cool. In fact, they're going to feature that in Insurance Newsnet. But I just want everyone to know that we take this very serious, and we literally don't have 5 minutes that go by on a work day during a work week where we're not looking to see what's next, okay, for you guys and girls. So I take it very, very seriously, and I want to thank everyone for joining us today. We also, last but not least, are launching. We have a hard launch of our Sell While You Sleep Insure Me Now Direct platform. So it's insuremenow.direct.com. All of our agents get their own free portal, and it's like Amazon for insurance. We finally finished it. We did a soft launch a couple weeks ago. We're now having the hard launch, and it's on the 2nd, I believe. Is that right, Joe? October 2nd,
yes,
is it?
Correct.
Okay. So that's going to be the official launch. It's free. Every agent on here should have their own free platform up and running with your picture. You'll have over 10 products, 3 different carriers. We have a 4th carrier that just signed on. It's all 100% direct to consumer. Okay. Your client goes on, runs a quote, signs up, gets approved, policy sent right to the client. You did nothing, but you made a full commission plus renewals, and it didn't cost you anything for the platform in the first place. So there you have it. We have our own dollars invested in that. It's going to be a game changer for the future. I promise you. When I say the future, I mean October 2nd moving forward. So check that out. Try to be on that webinar. My podcast, Bill Levinson Experience, is blowing up. We were there's literally thousands of podcasts out today. we were number 1252. We were ranked number 1252 about 4 weeks ago. Okay, last week we broke the 500 number. So basically we're in the top, it's like 17% of all podcasts, and we don't even market this, or it's basically built for our agents. The only thing I'm asking of you, and obviously it's free, okay, like most of our tools, but go check it out and leave a review. Let me know what you think. Send me an email. We have some great episodes. In fact, we're launching one today with Sahar. She's the founder, CEO of Legacy Armour. Okay, I think that's a great story, and everyone can get some motivation and inspiration from that. Next up, we have our estate planning attorney, Lauren, is going to jump on. He's very well known in the state of Florida, and he's going to talk about a lot of ins and outs and sales ideas for agents when you're sitting down to go over estate planning needs, red flags, warning signs, all the above. So he's going to be on there in the next few weeks, and then after him, we have our premium finance guru who's going to jump on for an hour and talk all about sales ideas, concepts around premium finance. That's all on the Bill Levinson Experience. Please check it out. Please give me your feedback. Please share it with anyone you think that would be interested, even if they're not an insurance agent. There's some real great motivational guest speakers that are on there. It's really it's a big deal for us, and I hope everyone on the call enjoys it. So my incentive to all of you that are listening, check out the podcast, leave me a review. It takes 2 seconds on Apple, iTunes, or any of your favorite podcast channel, even on our website or YouTube. You can check it out, leave a review, take a picture. Okay, I'll send you free our IUL prospecting book or our free scholarship pin. Whatever you want, I'll mail it for free. It's on us, but please leave me a review. With that said, have a great rest of the week, a good week, and great selling. Thanks again, and I hope everyone walked away with some good nuggets of information. Take care.